Hey guys, how you doing? Today is March 31st, 2016. For those of you who may not know, today is the first day you can pick up the brand new iPad Pro 9.7-inch both in stores and online. Chances are if you pre-ordered the iPad, you've already received it and could very well be watching this video on it right now. I figured while I had some time this evening, I'd go ahead and do a little unboxing video, take a look at what comes with the iPad, fire it up for the first time, and provide you with my initial thoughts and feedback. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, I'm opening up the box that the iPad shipped in. Just the other day, I decided to pre-order the iPad Pro 9.7-inch 128 gigabyte model in space gray. Prior to this, I had the iPad Air 2 in 64 gigs. So unfortunately, since they did away with that gigabyte size, rather than going down to the 32, I decided to step up to the 128, which I think is what a lot of people are going to end up doing, especially with the iPad Pro model in general. It just seems to have a lot more capability than the last Air model. So yeah. So typical Apple fashion, standard box, standard cellophane wrapper. Cut that away now. One of the best parts about a new Apple product is always peeling that cellophane off for the first time and lifting off the lid. And there it is. There's the new iPad Pro 9.7-inch. This time it's in a frosted wrapper. And I do apologize for the blurriness. My camera was not cooperating. And there it is. So let's go ahead and fire it up. And actually, let's set this aside and we'll take a look at what's inside the box. Alright, so up next you can see we have the standard iPad charger. Peel that wrapping off right there. Standard USB port, two-prong US outlet. Again, I do apologize for the blurriness. Up next, the designed by Apple in California, which you cannot make out. I've tried to get the camera to cooperate, but unfortunately, not so much. Set that aside, and last but not least is the Lightning USB cable for charging, file transfers, syncing. Alright, here's the iPad fired up for the first time. Hello, typical Apple fashion. Select the language as English and region, and then choose Wi-Fi network. I'll get that set up off camera for you guys. So let's take a closer look at what we got here. So this is the iPad Pro 9.7-inch. As you can see, it's got the connectors at the bottom there for the accessory, the keyboard there. Moving down to the bottom, you can see it's got two speakers down at the bottom along with the Lightning port. Very slim as always. The volume control buttons. You can see the brand new camera there with the microphone on the right hand side and the flash at the bottom. And then the power button and two speakers on the top for a total of 4, and the headphone jack. Transitioning now, my iPad was restored from a backup, so unfortunately, as you can see, not all of my applications were installed just yet, but we'll fire up a few just to see how it performs. So App Store launches very quickly, Safari launches very quickly, navigation to New York Times very fast, as expected. A lot of that depends on your Wi-Fi connection though. CNN also loads fairly quickly. Typical Donald Trump on the cover there. My Microsoft applications, Word, Excel, have not been fully installed yet. It does look like iMovie comes standard, however. That's one thing I did not have on my iPad Air 2, so that would be interesting to try out then, see how that performs. And then music launched fairly quickly as well. I'll proceed to my library there. Not too much to see. Alright guys, so there you have it. Quick little unboxing and some close-ups of the device and now some initial thoughts. So honestly, I haven't spent too much time with the iPad yet aside from setting it up and showing you guys a few different apps that are pre-installed, like iMovie, Safari, the App Store, to name a few. All in all, performance seems to be pretty good right now. Again, I'm moving up from an iPad Air 2, so I may not see quite the performance gains that someone moving from an iPad Air or an iPad 4 will see. But again, definitely a great device, highly recommended. I will probably post an update, within a couple of weeks or maybe a month, let you know how everything's going with it. Right now this video is being recorded on the new iPad, the new FaceTime 5 megapixel camera. So the quality on my end seems to be good. Hopefully the same can be said for you guys. But yeah, feel free to leave questions and comments below, subscribe, and like if you enjoyed the video. Alright, thanks a lot guys.